Hello, happy holidays everybody, and welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. It is now the holiday season. It is very much upon us. At the time of the recording of this episode, we are about, I would say, a week away. I think, yes, today is Saturday, so it would be a week away until Christmas Day, December 25th. But in the time of releasing this video, I believe it would actually be the day after Christmas, so I hope your holiday day itself was fine, although I tend to love to celebrate throughout the week. I kind of celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. So tree stays up, decorations stay lit, and it's a wonderful time of year here in the Megalio household. I will actually be traveling, so I will actually be visiting my daughter down in Florida. So perhaps you will be seeing either live or or recorded and release at a later date some more Batuu action. I want to check out if they still have the Life Day merchandise going on here, but kind of shifted the angle on the studio today so you can see our wonderful tree and just seeing how things are today. So what do we got going? Well, we have two regular shipped, two or maybe even three. I think I might have consolidated some boxes here. We have some boxes right here, so we're going to get right to it. Okay, beginning with the Black Series Clone Captain Rex, okay, which I'm loving. That Black Series is doing a lot to come out with. We're slowly getting the Bad Batch figures. This one wearing his cloak. I believe this is meant to be the where he was kind of incognito, looking for the Bad Batch when he went to go speak to them. So that is a cool figure. We are going to unbox him, but let me get the, is there third? No, there's just two. Okay, there's two today. I thought we had three. And then we have this is Bodhi Rook. Bodhi Rook. Which again, another unboxing will take place. Finally, we are wrapping up our, getting the Rogue One. About time. Here we are on the 5th anniversary of Rogue One. And we'll be getting this unboxed, and he'll be able to join his compadres on the shelf. So why don't we start though with Clone Captain Rex? Again, a lot of people like to stack these up almost like books on a shelf, and you can see the really cool art on the side. That's great. Not really a fan, as I've mentioned. Just not a like. I like full color art. I don't like this kind of this grayscale kind of design. I understand why they did it. Okay, it's a simple clone with his signature dual blasters, so that's awesome. It's nice to see that Captain Rex made an appearance on the Bad Batch. I'm hoping that in the next season we'll see some more of him. I would like to see the character of Rex kind of develop over the course of, there's an unexplored amount of time there. Post Return of the Jedi, A New Hope. You take his head off there. Now you've got the Clone Captain Rex kind of human look, right? Like kind of a combination of Tamura Morrison and the design of Captain Rex from the Clone Wars cartoon. I tend to, when there's a holster, which there is, I tend to holster the weapons. Why? Well, because if my figures, if something, I did have an incident a few years ago where my bookshelf collapsed and all the figures went flying, and it was the hard part about loose figures falling off the shelf is that if they're holding their weapons, chances are their weapons will not be in their hands anymore. And then you have to stare at a dozen or 2 dozen or 100 figures and 100 weapons and try to line them all up. You can do it, but it takes a lot of time. All right. Now you can't really see him on this angle, but I'll put some close-ups in here. But he does pass the stand test without any issue. So there we go. So that's our favorite clone captain. His visor does come down, and his goggles also come down, which is interesting. All right, good. Thank you. Ooh, he's got a lot of dirty paint apps on his on his feet, his boots, and his legs. Let's move on to Bodhi Rook. Yeah, they said a lot of Rogue One was trending a lot on the social media today and this week. The time of the recording of this, probably because it was the 5th anniversary. Actually, it's the 5th anniversary or 6th anniversary of movies being for the first time Star Wars movies being released in December. And I talked about this with my podcast partner John Mark Talley on the War of the Stars podcast. Check it out wherever podcasts are released. And we were talking about how that was, some people were very they felt that it was kind of jarring to have a Star Wars movie come out in December. But for me, all it took was one, and we absolutely adored having the movies released in December. Summer there was always going to be great movies in the summer too, but we appreciated having that opportunity. Okay, so Bodhi Rook, he has this interesting. I guess this. What is this thing anyway? Oh boy. Is there a way to wind this up? Okay. How do you wind this up? Oh my goodness. Okay. You literally just have to kind of crank it up like this. There's no actual handle unless I'm missing something, which is kind of a pain because, I do appreciate the accuracy of this, and I do appreciate that there is a need to have like some realism here. This is, of course, the backpack that he had to strap on right at the beginning of the Battle of Scarif so we can get to the command center thing and find them and plug in so that they could reach out and communicate with the rebels that were arriving. So he had to go out there and plug in, literally. Okay, that wasn't too bad to get his thing all hooked up. And it doesn't look like it comes unclipped, which is good. A lot of times they have like the backpacks that come unclipped, and I hate those because the reality of it is, folks, that they don't really do that well, and they don't stay. And the more you fidget with it, the more that little piece of, the more that little clip or little button or thing that clips into it doesn't work. So, again, I'll get a lot of the photos in on this, but there is the man, the myth, Bodhi Rook's got his Imperial cog on an arm, got the jumpsuit. I always loved his costume. It was like a dirty TIE fighter pilot jumpsuit. If you took off the chest plate and you took off the helmet and maybe some of the, the protective gear, you just had a simple jumpsuit, and that's what he wore. And he just threw a vest on, like a utility vest on it, and then he gets this thing. Now the question is, can he stand with this? And the answer is yes, he can stand with it because it's a pretty lightweight. So, and he stands pretty straight. You don't have to bend him over too much. So that's great. So I'm trying to think of it. I know I have Baze. I know I have Chirrut. I know I have Cassian. I have K2SO. I have Jin. So I guess we have the whole team now. Finally, Bodhi Rook is joining the team. I don't think this is the first time we've seen a release of him. So really cool. Good job. So we got Rogue One leading up to the original trilogy, and then we got Captain Rex, a follow-up from the Clone Wars. So cool. 2 different time periods, 2 great figures. Love to see them together in a movie, but I don't see how that would happen because he was only recently a defector, and he's been defecting, I guess you could say, for years, decades before this. So not unless they have like a world between world kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. But that'll do it for today's episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, check out all the other videos I have and playlists on YouTube. Darth Tuba is also there, my handle on Instagram and Twitter. Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Again, check out my War of the Stars podcast. If you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and everything, and do that kind of stuff, spread the word about it. But if you want to support it even more so with some type of a financial thing, I do not have a Patreon as of right now, but I do have a store with some original Star Wars art, among other things, on Facebook or on TeePublic. You can check out the store there. All right, so thank you so much. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.